So guys, vanilla bean paste, sorry about that. Vanilla bean paste is really pure. So what it is 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste is equivalent to 1 pod, which is proper intense. So if you are using, you can smash them up if you want, smash up as little pieces. If you are using extract, make sure you use 1 teaspoon, 1. If you're using bean paste, only use half a teaspoon. So I've put this on the recipe and I put this on your ingredients to use because it's really strong, really potent, but it's great in terms of breaking down the banana with the salt. Okay, so if you do find it really hard to break down your bananas, it shouldn't be too much difficult. Then do use a little bit of salt.
Good for stress release.
Stress release, fantastic.
Oh, it's just lovely.
Oh, it's just lovely.
How small do you want them?
Like, keep smashing away, man.
What, like
Let
this?
it go. Let it go.
Let it
Vanilla bean paste. I'm just going to show you the little tub here. That little guy there. So you've got this one, which we just got from the supermarket, but Nielsen Massey is one that I absolutely love in terms of a brand. It's pretty much seen everywhere, and it's yeah, vanilla bean paste is absolutely amazing. So do use that. It's really lovely for things like in buttercreams, because you can show that you're actually using the quality of the vanilla in the buttercreams, because you can see the flecks of vanilla. So I definitely use it for that. It's my go-to. I absolutely love it, so you don't need to always use it. Okay, so we're going to smash them up. Now they will get mixed in a little bit when we add it to our butter and the solution. So what we're going to do now is going to chuck all this banana, smashed up banana, with our vanilla and with our pinch of salt, optional, into here.
Okay, so,
Yeah, so it's going to go
all
all in.
just in the middle.
All of it in. Yeah, man.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Okay,
All right. So we're going to mix that on medium speed.
so take this
For,
out.
yeah, because
That in
otherwise
there.
it's going to have a party. All right, so drop them down. I mean,
Okay.
nailing
So
it.
2 or 3?
Nailing it. Woo! 90 minutes. 90. What's that? No, 90 minutes. 90 seconds. I'm going to be here all day. 90 minutes, only an hour and a half. 90 seconds. 1 minute and a half. Basic. What this is doing is creating an emulsion, and it's basically smashing down some of your bananas as well. So if you haven't beaten them down, it's going to do it for you. All right?
It looks pretty good.
All right. Are we right so far? Are you right so far?
Do you know what? I'm fine. This is great.
Is this easy?
Yeah.
I want to talk to you as well while this is on the go. If I was to use, if you were to say use 1 teaspoon, would you get a teaspoon for the cupboard? Yeah.
Yeah.
But every teaspoon is a different, completely quantity.
model.
Different model,
Every
different
model.
quantity. Get yourselves, if you're going to get some, it's these guys. And they basically come in half a teaspoon, quarter, tablespoon, different measurements. I'm going to show you here.
Right.
That, bars. All right. So which means if you've got level quantities, dead level, no heat, then you're using the exact as what somebody else is using. All right. So if someone else is going to grab a teaspoon for their cupboard, it's not going to be the same as your teaspoon. So make sure you get some proper measuring spoons. Tesco's, supermarkets, sorry, any supermarket sell them. So do make sure that you get some and make sure they're level. Don't make them heat. If they're heaped, you're not adding it in there extra.
No.
Like, just don't do it. Time, stop. If you put too much baking powder and too much bicarb into a mixture, guess what happens to your cake?
What?
If you go, oh, one for good luck, yeah, chuck that in, guess what happens?
Weird flavour.
No? It sinks. It's
Oh.
too much. It goes, no,
too
can't
heavy.
deal with it. Too much, it
Too
sinks.
heavy.
All right, so we have in there, guys, now, do you want to show the gang?
Yeah.
We've got in there our butter, our sugar, we've got our eggs. I've now got our mashed up bananas with our vanilla and our
this come
salt. You have to twist it.
Oh.
But this is all going to like seep down anyway. Do you want to use this to scrape it down? Yeah. Okay, so in here we have mixture. Please don't worry at this moment in time if it looks a little bit caught because it's got so much liquid in there. All right, so please don't worry if it looks slightly curdled. I know it's a bit of a swear word earlier, but it really doesn't matter too much.
Cool. sure.
All right, whack him back into the bowl, lock him in. So we've got everything in there. All right.
Anything else to go in?
So, next thing that we're going to add over this is going to be our flour mixture that we're going to put in. And then we're going to finish off with our chocolate chips. So there was 75 grams of chocolate chips in here now.
And what? And what? I'm a chocoholic. I literally eat chocolate all the time. So
I mean, if there's a Terry's chocolate orange egg, Terry's chocolate orange egg.
yeah, if
There
they're-
was. Could you imagine?
if they're there,
Jesus
I'm gonna
Christ.
eat it.
Gone.
Obviously.
So anyway, we have 70 grams, but 75 grams, even a handful, a good handful. Now I'm using this Calibre only because I love it. I love Calibre chocolate. So I'm just going to show you the packaging. Calibre chocolate in 2.5 kilos. Don't worry, go to supermarkets, buy green and blacks chocolate, chop it up into little pieces and add that. It's not a problem. We're just using these because guess what? They're buttons. So they're little tiny buttons that you can use, which means they hold their shape better.
And
So
they taste really good.
I know. If I chopped up a chunk of chocolate and put it all in, it's going to go in like little flecks and like, you know, little fragments. So these are great. You can get them from Amazon, bags of Calibre, and Calibre are the cheapest of the most expensive brand of chocolate. But they're really good. So we're using a dark chocolate to really get that flavour out from the banana. It works really, really well. Okay, so in our big mixing bowl, or whatever you've got, whether you've got a hand mixer, is going to go our flour mixture. Okay, now when we add flour, if we whack this on fast speed, what's going to happen? Do you reckon, Rachie? Radio silence. This is what happens.
This is what happens.
Radio silence.
Sorry. What
If I put flour in there, which is liquid, and I whack it onto high speed, what's going to happen to the flour?
It's all gonna go like clumps.
No, but I can tell you what does happen is the gluten starts to get tighter and tighter and tighter, which means your cake becomes quite springy. So we only want to mix the flour in until it's combined and not over whip it. Never on fast speed, only slow,
So just do it gradual.
slow and slow. So all in, but slow. And when it's mixed in, stop.
Okay.
All right. So Rachel's now going to put in our flour, bicarb, baking
Slide it.
powder, mixed spice, and our ground nutmeg. Now those are optional in terms of your flavourings. If you want to use cinnamon and mixed spice, whatever you want to use, is up to you. All right. So if you want to lift him up, whack all of that bowl into our mixer.
Straight in.
Yeah, all in. Woo!
God, look at that.
Cool. Drop him
Okay.
down.
Is that on properly? Okay.
And then slow speed. Slowest speed you can physically do.
One.
Slow, even slower. Slowest, basically just catching your mixer on. So if you've got a KitchenAid or a Kenwood, just slightly click him on. All right, it's a slow speed. So you'll see what's happening. It's just mixing everything together, and when it has, stop. Stop mixing.
I was like, what? Stop. Me?
Stop.
Me? What?
Stop. What's going on?
Just
Stop.
us two.
Click it back up again.
Okay.
All right, and then what you want to make sure is in your attachment that you do have at home, this little curve. Can you see all that that stuff in there, all the flour?
Yeah.
It hibernates. So you want to scrape down all of that and ensure that all of that is in your cake mix. Otherwise, guess what's going to happen?
wasted.
Cake ain't going to rise. It's wasted. It's sitting on your mixer, your attachment. Ain't going to work. So double check. That's mixed all the way around. And then if you feel like you want to do this last little bit by hand, then do it by hand and mix it in slowly, which I
Yeah.
think we'll do. So if you want to scrape, what we'll do is we'll scrape down this little guy and get this attachment out. So just double check that everything has been taken off your scraper, guys. Alright. So obviously your oven's going to be heating up right now.
It's gonna
but
be really
It's going to
hot.
be...
It's gonna be on fire. We're like 45 minutes in. They're like,
So
yeah.
preheat your oven for
Yeah,
20 minutes, or
preheat
just
your
do it for
oven
an hour.
Yeah, because this one can't stop talking.
I'm sorry, guys.
Jokes.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
joking,
just trying
I'm
to
joking.
be
It's fine.
informative.
It's
So,
good.
all we're doing now, metal bowl, all we've got is we've got our cake mix in there. That is what it's looking like right now. All right. So we've got everything in there. Now your bicarb and baking powder that was in there,
Yeah.
it's now activating. It's hit your bananas, it's gone party on. It's happening. It's bubbling. It's bubbling. So we need to be quick, all right? If you sit there and leave it out, which is called bench work. No, it's not called bench work. It's called bench something. I don't know what it's called. I researched it earlier, but
The research went really well.
the research didn't work. Anyway, bench.
I'm only here to actually make fun
Bench
of them.
something. I don't know. Bench. Basically, it'll start to activate. So you need to get it in the oven. You need to get it to start to do its thing. So scrape round. Now we've got this in. In here goes.
My favourite part.
Woo! Chocolate.
Oh, chocolate.
Right. So mix it really, really slowly until it's all combined.
Like folding.
Folding.
It's called folding? Is it called folding? Is that a term?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah. So you're basically making sure. Now, if you find you've got loads of chocolate in there because you want to add more chocolate, then guess what you have to do to stop the chocolate from sinking to the bottom?
What?
You coat them in flour. So if you shake chocolate in flour, whack it in, it stays elevated, like this.
Elevation.
Like this is elevation. Elevation! And they don't sink to the bottom. A bit like any fruits in cakes, all right? So once it's all mixed in, we are done. We've added everything that we need to. Fingers crossed, I've covered everything. Yes, I have. It's gonna go into our pre-lined tin that we did today, or earlier today.
This is one I made earlier.
This is one I made earlier.
I mean, this smells amazing. I know you can't smell from through a screen, but this smells incredible.
Now, I don't even know whether the whole thing's going to get in here because she probably eats half the cake mix anyway.
Rude.
This is going to go into our £2 loaf tin that we lined earlier. With, can you see, our little flaps? Flaps. Ready? Are you ready for me?
Yes.
Hover for a height.
So
Should I
hold it?
Yeah, and you've got to scrape him.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Ready?
Should I
use a scraper to help
do
you?
I
I'll
hold
you.
it and then do that?
It's so much pressure.
Okay.
Go on, you can do it.
Is this normal?
Go on, just make sure it doesn't go on the side of the tin.
Why is it
Just
going so high?
keep dripping it. That's it.
I mean,
Woo!
If I
It's
get
happening.
if
It's happening.
I can do this.
It's got to be. Don't save the last little bit like chunk.
I'm
to,
literally
like,
saving
No,
this
that's
bit
a
for myself.
lot.
This is for my
Wait,
stomach.
but what you right? And then scrape round again and then pop them back in again.
Come on, look at all this. Is that enough?
No, like that's.
I think this is for me. I'm saving this.
That's like half the bowl.
No, that's
Right.
like for my
Use a
stomach.
spatula, guys.
Oh, it's like the best bit.
I mean, I
That is
haven't.
literally the best
No
bit.
one's died from eating raw cake bits quite yet, but might be the chance to. All right. She's like, is that enough?
No.
Shall I
It's
do-
fine. It's
Okay,
fine.
so
It's fine. It's
right,
fine.
and we're doing it for the. We're doing it for
We're
the.
doing it.
We're doing it for the gram.
knowledgeable.
We're doing it for the gram. Right, for the gram. Yeah, for the gram.
To be knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable, being knowledgeable. Cordon bleu. So, spread them out, right, to the edges. Try not to get anything on the parchment paper on the sides, right, because you've lined it and you've basically used your vegetable oil. So scrape everything off that you can. If you want to be really fancy and stick in half a banana like this on the top, then you can bake it just like that. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so you see like 2 little banana slices on the top. But I'm going to talk to you about, guess what's going to go on the top of this? Maple cream cheese frosting. I mean, that's what's going to happen. That's going to be the next bit.
I love maple.
So if you do want it, if you want a little bit of a j'adore.
You can tell who done French lessons.
I don't do French. J'adore. If you want a bit of j'adore on top of your banana cake, then we're going to go for a maple cream cheese frosting with this one later on. Not now, but later on. All right. So this, guys, is in our tin. Can you see? It's in our £2 loaf tin.
It literally looks like there's one chocolate chip, but it's full of chocolate
He's hanging.
chips.
He's hanging in there.
He's just chilling.
What's
on
going to
top.
happen is that's going to go in the oven, preheated oven. Now, make sure it's preheated as we've discussed from the
Definitely is
start.
preheated.
It's definitely preheated. And we've got it on, we've got a fan assisted oven, we've got an electric oven, haven't we, at home in our flat. And I know probably most of you have. So I put it on 165 for 55 minutes to an hour, which I put on your recipe, which is going to follow this video. So do make sure that you do put it on something that's relative to your own oven. If you've got gas mark 3 or 4 is good. If you've got a non-fan assisted oven, now fan is basically a higher heat, so make sure if you haven't got a fan, you whack it on to something like, which I think I did put it on there, as 175, 180. All right, so do just have that relationship with your oven. Double check things, see how they go.
That relationship with your oven.
Well, I haven't because I don't bake it, but I've got a relationship with the oven.
How's your relationship?
How's
with
your
your
relationship
oven?
with your oven? Is it good?
Yeah.
How's your relationship?
How does it feel at the moment? Is it feel good?
Anyway, it went in for an hour. Stick a skewer in it. You all got a skewer, kebab skewer. Stick a skewer in it. When it comes out clean or a little bit of tacky, I quite like when it's tacky, like a brownie tacky. You know, we get those like little bits of like stodge.
Yeah,
like stodge.
I love a bit of stodge.
Yeah. Pull it out, leave it on the side to cool. You can leave it to cool in the tin, don't worry about it.
So I tried it earlier. This is like
it?
one that Laura made earlier, and it was amazing. Like, incredible.
Oh, thanks, babe.
So just saying,
Aw,
like
just
this
saying.
recipe is amazing, and you will thoroughly
Yeah.
enjoy it. It's so
If you do think, do you know what? I don't really like the stodginess of it still, then just cream your butter and your sugar together. Don't use melted butter, just use softened room temperature butter, cream it together with your sugar, and you'll get more of a lighter finish, all right? But melted butter, I think it adds a bit more definition. It's just a bit nicer, isn't it?
Oh, I love a bit of stodge.
Bit stodge, but not too much stodge.
Yeah, it's got to be
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I mean, that's difficult to get, but I think we smashed it.
I think we smashed it, didn't you?
Smashed it.
I mean, did you enjoy yourselves? I mean, you can
so.
comment back afterwards. So
I mean, you can just laugh at us if not.
all I'm saying,
Or just
guys,
laugh
is
at me.
bake it up, see how you get on. We'll talk to you about toppings later if we don't get taken off Instagram completely by these videos. And let us know how you get on. Show us your pictures,
send your
show us your
feedback.
bakes, show us your feedback.
Yeah.
Just send us so much
Send us
stuff. Send it to Grix Cake Design on Instagram or vice versa, Rachel at Grix Yoga.
Very different
Send us
industry,
very
but it
different
works.
industry, but
It
it's
works.
all about the mindfulness.
Yeah. Creating activities that make
Being
people
creative.
mindful and
So we
relaxed.
hope you're all good. We hope you're having an
stay
epic time.
positive.
Stay positive. It's Wednesday. It's hump day.
Yeah. Good vibes.
Good vibes only.
Good vibes.
Love you.